Hey guys, this is AB and welcome back to AB Tech Tips. In this video, I'd like to talk about the greatest thing that has ever been bestowed upon us Indians. Amazon's Great Indian Festival and Flipkart's oh wait, Big Billion Days. It's no doubt that these two giants have put up a great deal of deals on their website. No pun intended. It is surely going to get a hella hard to choose what's the best CPU for you based on your budget and the feature sets that you are looking for. That's the way our mind works. The more choices we have, the harder it gets for us to choose. In this video, I'd be looking at great deals that I found so you guys don't have to go through the process and hunt for good deals. Anyways, I would mainly be looking at, you know, laptops, monitors, headphones, and anything else that I found during the process of editing this video. But I will not be considering any core components such as the CPUs or motherboards or graphics card because frankly they are way overpriced on Amazon and Flipkart. And Flipkart has a, you know, certain kind of a reputation for these products. Anyways, with that out of the way, let's look at our first section of products, phones. This is going to be a pretty lengthy video, so I thought I'll just chop it up into three different parts. In this part, we will be talking about primarily the phones and the deals that are thus available on them. So first I'll start off with the top of the line stuff and then slowly go down the ladder because you may find a certain feature set present in these phones that might convince you to pay that extra buck. So starting things off at 35,000 and above, in short, you guys should get the OnePlus 7T or the ROG Phone 2. That's it. There are great deals on the iPhone XR right now with an SBI credit card or a debit card and select credit cards. You do get 2,000 bucks off, so it comes up to an effective price at around 40k. I'm not sure about the exact pricing, so that is also an option that you could consider. Anything else, you would just be throwing your cash away unless you really want that small set of extra features that the iPhone XS, XS Max or 11 Pro would be offering for you guys. Maybe you really want the S Pen or are really into the iOS and you want the top of the line stuff in the form of the iPhone 11 or the iPhone XS Max, 11 Pro Max, etc. and are really into the Apple ecosystem. That's fine. As I always say, you do you. But I digress. Getting back to the phones here, these phones are very competitively priced. You really can't go wrong with either of these phones. I definitely recommend the 7T over the 7 Pro. The full screen and the body ratio is really not worth another 7k of a premium price over the 7T. And the curve is kinda uncomfortable to hold and handle, especially if you have a hand that is anything below 18 or 19 centimeters long. If the cameras do matter to you and you want a better, more fluid UI, the 7T is going to be a better option for you guys compared to the ROG Phone 2. But then, the placement of the ports, the inclusion of the headphone jack is a deal breaker for a lot of people, and especially if you're into gaming, such as, you know, the games such as PUBG Mobile or the Call of Duty Mobile that is going to be coming out very soon. I'm pretty sure that you are going to be happy with either one. 120Hz compared to 90Hz, there is a difference, but then it is not something that either of these games are going to be outright supporting. Both of these phones possess the 855 plus Snapdragon processor from Qualcomm, and the iPhone obviously comes with the 7nm process nodes 812 Bionic chip. It is still a great chip, it's a great phone, and right now it is the best phone from the iOS lineup that you can buy, especially at the price that it's being advertised at. It has an LCD screen. Yes, it won't be producing the same contrasts as an AMOLED screen, But hey, that is not something that you should be looking for, especially because you're getting a great product at that price. It is going to lag a lot less, games are going to be better optimized, because that's just how iOS is. There are very few products based on the iOS software, so it's a lot easier for manufacturers to sculpt their programs and applications to fit precisely onto the iOS devices. Anyways, moving on, let's talk about premium phones, okay? And then let's just drop down from there. The Note 10 and the iPhone 11 Pro Max are great choices too, but as I said, if you have already set your eyes on those phones, I definitely won't be able to change your mind whatsoever. They are not bad phones, mind you, they are great phones, but in my opinion, they are just absurdly overpriced. 69,000 for the Note 10, that's too much. Even 60k for the maxed out version is where it should all be, and honestly that will get them more sales than what they are doing right now. They are going for a overpriced product to sell the top 1% of rich people. That's what they're aiming at, and I believe that if they bring their products down by say another 20,000 for the base product, their sales are going to go through the roof. I mean, look at what OnePlus is doing. Take some notes, Samsung, that you could easily make profits out of, that. I'm not sure, I'm not doing commerce, so I'm not sure how this whole thing works, but let's see how it goes. Maybe there is going to be a change of heart and we get to see more competition below 40k, 50k. Anyways, slowly stepping down the ladder, looking at what the offerings between 30 to 35k range is going to be pretty easy, because the options that you have are pretty small, and you should either step up the ladder and get a bit of more feature sets, or step down the ladder below 30k. So with that being said, let's see what's up for grabs below 30,000. Obviously we have the OnePlus 7, and guys, believe me, I'm not a fanboy of OnePlus 7. They just make great phones, reliable phones at that too. On Amazon I could not find a phone that I'd personally recommend, but things do look brighter on Flipkart's side of things. It's being advertised that the Black Shark 2 is going to be available at under 30,000, and both these phones have exceptional performances. Okay, perhaps the UI is better on the OnePlus 7 for obvious reasons, but hey, the Black Shark 2 is a good phone too. The reviews are positive, great battery life, image quality on both phones are meh at best, so that shouldn't be a factor to affect your decision. But on the performance side of things, they are pretty much neck and neck. I would also recommend the K20 Pro, great phone, and at that price, God does it have a great bang for the buck that you pay for. Full screen display, great MT, and also battery life. Do be mindful though, on Amazon, if you have a SBI credit card or a debit card, you will be getting the proprietary 2000 bucks off. So the effective price of the OnePlus 7 is going to actually be less than what is being advertised at 29,999. So it's effectively going to be at 28k. So do keep that in mind. Anyways, I would recommend that you stay away from the gimmicky Oppo Reno 2. The UI sucks. I've used Oppo phones. I've used the Oppo F11 Pro. I'm not sure why it still exists. It is still being sold at 12 to 13,000. I really see no point of the Oppo Reno 2. It does not come with a top of the line Snapdragon processor at all, so it's really not worth the money in my opinion. You should be seeing a trend here. As we step down the price ladder, the competition gets fiercer and fiercer. Below 25k and above 20k, again, there are tons of phones on sale, but in my opinion, I'm going to go and round it down to a couple of phones at most. According to Flipkart's advertisement, the Poco F1, the phone that was all the rage in the last year, which is a beast of a phone, especially for its price that it was released at, and now the price has gone even down, and at under 16K for the base model, you're getting a huge bargain for what you're paying for. That's a huge bloody steal for that processor and Adreno GPU. You're not getting a B-grade chip from some other manufacturer. This is Qualcomm's Snapdragon that we are talking about. Great value for the money, and even if you want to max out all the options, the top of the line variant will still cost less than 20K. I honestly don't think that you should look at any other phone. It comes with a 4000 mAh battery. It is seriously going to last you 2+ days in my usage. I used it sparingly. I did not game. I limited myself to Amazon Prime, Netflix and YouTube. But I'm pretty sure that the screen on time that you're going to get if you get a new phone, that is the Poco F1, it's easily going to cross 6 even 7 hours of usage screen on time. But if you do play PUBG or Call of Duty Mobile, in which case 4 hours is an approximate bit of the screen on time that you're going to be getting. It all depends on the brightness of the screen, the graphics setting you run on, etc. So between 15 to 25K, this is hands down the best that your money can get. It may have a bit of backlight bleeding, but I don't think that should affect your decision, especially when you're getting it at this price. It is humongously great. I really don't have any other words for this phone. I use a OnePlus 6 and I only regret wasting so much money on the OnePlus 6 when the Poco F1 offers so much at that price range. The UI sucks compared to OnePlus, yes, that is a given, but yeah, I still think that it's a great phone. Slowly going down further, we have something that is below 15K, the most saturated price bracket in regards to phones. Again, I shall consider, check the options out and round it down for you guys, so it's not too hard for you guys to figure out what you should finally get. We have the Vivo Z1 Pro and the Realme 5 Pro. Great phones. Some backlash may exist about them, but in my limited usage of the Realme 5 Pro, it did decent. Not sure about Z1 Pro in my usage, but given its reviews and specs sheet, they are great. Big batteries, alright images for the price. What else does one need? Speaking of below 10K though, the phones slowly dwindle down. Most have 3GB of RAM, crappy processors, and just barely manage to get the job done. Instead of giving you guys direct recommendations, I would just give you some tips instead. Get the most amount of RAM if possible. So 3GB of RAM is really not enough anymore. It is not going to be able to last you for very many years. Even 4GB is a bit of a bottleneck, so 4GB plus is the way to go, period. Processor power is going to be limited, so don't expect to game on 60 FPS on PUBG Mobile on high settings. That is just not happening, guys. So do choose it carefully. You could obviously go for the second-hand phones below 10K. You will easily be able to find the Poco F1 below 12K. So if you're okay with stretching that budget a little bit more, the base version of Poco F1 in the second-hand market is going to be available at below 12K. And if you really manage to drive a hard bargain, there's no doubt you will be easily getting the Poco F1 below 11, in perhaps even below 10K. So with that, I would be concluding this video because that's about it about phones. Unfortunately, it is getting pretty lengthy, so I'll end this here and cover the rest in the next parts of the video. Quick little announcement though, if you guys are looking at building PCs, I will do it for you guys for free. I will feature it on my channel. I will help you source the components. I will help you choose the components like the CPU, the graphics card, the RAM, the motherboard, and the power supply that fits your budget. And also, if you have any aesthetic requests, I will try to recommend that too. I will try to fit that into the build too, like RGB, or if you're looking for a particular theme such as black and white or complete black, no RGB, or black and yellow, black and red, whatever it is, I will try to accommodate all of them So if you guys are looking to build a PC in any budget range, please do get in touch with me. I will leave my contact details, that is my email, down in the description below, so do consider that. Anyways, that's the end of the video guys. If you like the video, please do drop a like and considering subscribing the channel. So that's about it guys. Thank you for hanging out. Have a great life and feel great joy.